Jackson stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Oh my God, the lights are low. I was worried that nobody was gonna come.
Oh my God, it cannot be low. Oh my God. This is not 300 people.
I was famous as a little kid, and I had everything. And the whole world was watching.
Greyson, first of all, I think it was yesterday I saw your video.
Certainly not the typical life of a 12-year-old. I've seen some pretty crazy things. Many highs and many lows.
Once I got the call from the manager, who's like, hey, I'm out, hang up the phone, then that's like when the freak out began.
But the road to where I am has shaped me. And it's made me stronger and better than I ever imagined I could be. Now on the verge of adulthood, with a new team and a new album, I'm back and better than ever. This is my story. This is the road that led me here. And I invite you to take a peek backstage at my life and show you everything. I was born in 1997 and raised in Oklahoma. I was a pretty typical kid until I was 12, when I performed at my local talent show, and everything changed.
My dad had recorded the performance because my mom was in Dallas at the time. She's on a work trip, and she had really wanted, she wanted to see it.
So I didn't even go, and I asked my husband to tape it.
And I had one of these handheld cameras, didn't even have a tripod. I was shaking like this, I couldn't keep it still.
The day of, I had to show him how to use our video camera. He had like no idea. It was like a mess teaching him all the buttons and stuff. And so I finally did, and even if you look at the video, I mean, the quality and kind of like the camera, I mean, it's bad. Like, it's shaky. Like, my dad did not do a good job at all, which I think sort of, like, gave it the cool effect it had. I'm pretty sure there was like a British blog that after the video went viral that they said we intentionally made it look shitty so that would have a bigger impact on people.
There was no rhyme or reason to the way that I filmed it. I just couldn't hold the camera steady. That's the only reason why it was like that.
He filmed it. You know, we did the performance. The crowd was very enthusiastic about it.
I noticed the reaction to the audience and how he sounded. And I said, this is pretty special.
People were going up to my dad and telling him I need to get an agent and a manager.
That's when I really realized that, yeah, he does have talent.
It was great, and I was sad to miss it, but we never thought it would go anywhere.
I had shown it to my mom. She had loved it. 2 weeks later, an idea just sparked into my head of like, you know what? I should put this on YouTube. And I had to ask my parents permission. They were very skeptical about it.
YouTube was kind of new still at that time, and I said, no, you're not going to put your private stuff on a thing, and he did it anyway, so there you go.
They said, well, don't put your full name. Just put, you know, like Greyson 97 was my username, so that's what I came up with, and I just put the title of the songs. I didn't put them up to, like, garner this massive thing that it became, you know. I just kind of put them up. I went to sleep one night, and literally, like, the next morning, Ashton Kutcher had tweeted it, and after that, it just, everything happened, and it just exploded. I don't think even in my wildest, like, craziest dreams would I have thought that it could have gotten to that level. Where I went to school that day, and people were like, yo, this video is getting traction, this is crazy. I was in my choir class, and I got a call from my mom, and this was towards the end of the day, and she said, I got a call from a producer from Ellen, and we're flying out tonight. I came home, just rushed through everything, grabbed clothes, like wherever I could find them.
They had the car waiting for us outside here, was interesting.
Like, I'd never been exposed to anything like that, like a driver and all that stuff.
And we drove in the limo to the airport.
Flew on a plane for the first time, and flew to LA. I'd never been to LA before. I think probably slept that night, but I don't even see how I did sleep that night. And then the next day it was the show.
Okay, so Greyson, first of all, I think it was yesterday I saw your video, and you were sitting in math class, I believe, right?
I was sitting in math class, and I got a text from my mom, and she said, call me ASAP. So the first thing in my mind is, dang it, what did I do now? And so I finally excused myself from class, and I called, and she said, the Ellen producers just called. And so I said, no, they didn't. And I was like, no. And then I remember just coming home, and then my mom saying, pack, because we're flying out to LA. Now I'm here, and it's just, I'm still taking it, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
I was really concerned about how he was going to do with a live audience. I was really apprehensive. I said, oh man, I hope he doesn't fall on his face. When he came out there and the interview and talking to her, I said, man, he's just like he's in the living room, and he's got company or friends over. He's just really at home.
Really thinking about it though, I don't think I was that nervous. I think it was so crazy, and it almost felt like so far from reality that it was just like, it was almost laughable probably, where it was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I do not belong here in this studio with these people, with everything that was going on. And then it started to, you know, at first I think our thoughts were, okay, he's going to do the show. Great. This will be great. We'll go back to Oklahoma. Life resumes. Quickly after, it became a thing of, you know, once I met Ellen, then she says, I want to introduce you to some people. And then, hey, we have this person over here, this person over here. He's going to manage you, and we might get you a record deal with the biggest label on earth. That's when it was like, okay, this is bizarre at this point.
You found me in the dark.